change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online, and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound. And we just slow down. For you and I are safe and
Well, good afternoon, my friends. And remember, when someone goes missing, someone knows. You can look right there. Someone cannot go missing without someone knowing something. Oh, there I am. I lost my little icon. Sorry, can everyone hear me? This is such a disturbing case. I heard a couple of days ago that in my state, okay? Now, I don't live in Grady County. I don't live in Chickasha, Oklahoma. But I know these parents, if you want to call him that, know where he's at. His name is Ryan Davis. Hey, Junebug. And here he is. Hold on, right there. Mom of Chickasha boy, missing for 5 days, pleads for child's return. Listen, they have brought out everything. Horses, ATVs, dogs, drones, everything. Now the OSBI is involved. And it's worse than we thought. It is worse than we thought. It seems to me, with everything that I have been reading, according to OSCN, that this 12-year-old going on 13 had been horrifically abused for a long time. And I mean a long time. Before we get to it, let's tell everyone good afternoon. All right, so Kim Cole and George Cole were living at the Quality Inn in Chickasha, Oklahoma. Ryan Davis, they call him RJ. And then all of a sudden they say everyone calls him Riker Cole. Well, you just can't change a child's name. You can give him a nickname or something like that. He wandered off, as some would say. However, he ran away in the middle of December, and he ran away in November, and he ran away in October. Many people knew about the abuse that was going on, but it gets worse. It gets worse. Not just RJ is being abused. I would say other people. And it's right off the I-44 turnpike. So here's the whole thing. Wherever he is on that corridor, he could have hitched a ride with anyone. I have a feeling, well, I don't want to say about my feeling, but let's get to it. As much as I hate to do it, I have to go ahead and say, this is Today in Oklahoma. And I tell you what, that motel trash there on that corridor, they are disgusting. And I mean, they are disgusting. They are damn disgusting. Okay? They are disgusting. Now, I understand when people are between houses and you got to have a place to be for a little bit. I totally understand. Oklahoma said, I'm sick over this. She's in Newcastle. I know I'm very familiar with Newcastle. I am. I'm very familiar with that. Meerkamp, thank you for the super sticker. You are way too kind. Way too kind. All right. OSBI is involved now, which is our state's level of FBI. Have a feeling FBI will be involved with this soon, considering where this has happened. So let's get to it. OSBI says this is suspicious. Well, no shit. He ran away in the middle of December. He ran away in November. He ran away in October. People from the Quality Inn have said they had seen him all around. At some point, he was trying to break into a vending machine to get food. His mom and stepdad are beyond disgusting. And wait till you hear what they're really into.
Joining in the search, days of searching for 12-year-old Ryan Davis.
He also goes by the name Riker Cole. News 4's Abigail Franklin talked to his mom and state investigators. Abigail, give us the latest.
Well, Heather, Kevin, state agents are calling this a suspicious disappearance due to the amount of time that Ryan has been missing. His family says they are desperate to find him and bring him home.
It is a suspicious disappearance at this time.
The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation stepping in to help find 12-year-old Ryan R.J. Davis, who also goes by Riker Cole. He's been missing since last Friday.
Who says he goes by Riker Cole? His stepdad, his stepfather, who has a criminal record. George Franklin Cole has a criminal record in Caddo County, McIntosh County, and Grady County longer than my leg.
So we went to bed about
Go ahead and take a gulp of these two and wait till you hear what they say. Go ahead and take a gulp of these two losers. Go ahead. Look at the prison tats on the neck. Wow.
We went to bed about 10:30, and about 1 o'clock, my husband got up to use the restroom and noticed him missing. And as soon as we did, we called 911 and we tried to get the search on the roll.
They make it sound like they live in a 5-bedroom home. We went to the restroom and noticed he wasn't there. They live in the Quality Inn. They live in the Quality Inn. And as soon as we realized he wasn't there, We called 911. They are in the Quality Inn, okay? Her and George Cole have one bed, and RJ has another one. They're all in the same room. Listen to this bitch again.
Since last Friday.
So we went to bed about 10:30, and about 1 o'clock, my husband got up to use.
Mind you, there's cameras all over the Quality Inn. We went to bed around 10:30 in the same room. Remember, they're in a motel room, not a hotel room, a motel room. And there's a difference, okay? I'm talking different colored doors. I'm talking the ice machine down the hallway. And hey, how people live is how they live. What I'm judging is the fact that she is making up such a ridiculous story. We went to bed around 10:30, and then we noticed, get out of here,
the restroom and noticed him missing. And as soon as we did, we called 911 and we tried to get the search on the roll.
Family and the Chickasha community have been searching for days, but Ryan has not been found.
We had drones, we had our scent dogs out, we had 4x4s out, we had all of my family spotlighting, we had everybody and everything. We have our own little army out.
His parents say they were staying at the Quality.
Okay, that tells me he's been missing longer. Okay? He's been missing longer. You know why? Because she said, me and my family have our own little army out, and we were spotlighting ourselves to find him. All right? This is where they were living. Again, this is where they were living. So I want to know exactly how long he's been missing, because you're not going to convince me that Kim and George Cole are telling me the truth. We had our own little army out looking for him. We were spotlighting on ATVs and everything. Listen to her again. Just listen to the alibi. I'm so pissed about this.
And about 1 o'clock, my husband got up to use the restroom and noticed him missing. And as soon as we did, we called 911 and we tried to get the search on the roll.
Family and the Chickasha community have been searching for days, but Ryan has not been found.
We had drones, we had our scent dogs out, we had 4x4s out, we had all of my family spotlighting, we had everybody and everything. We have our own little army out.
His parents say they were staying at the Quality Inn off Grand in Chickasha. They grounded Ryan on Friday evening for bad behavior. Then he ran away.
They grounded him on Friday for bad behavior, and then he ran away. He also ran away in December. He also ran away in November. He also ran away in October. And also, people noticed visible whelps, bruises, and what you would call a goose egg on him. Somebody was giving him beatings.
Ryan on Friday evening for bad behavior. Then he ran away.
He had a sighting by a state trooper at 11:45 Friday night. We had another one last night up near our house, near Lake Birchie, and it was next to the fire department at Pioneer School.
Kim says this is not the only time he has done this. The first time, he ran away and ended up at a relative's house.
As soon as he ran away, that was the first place we sent the cops.
But that relative recently filed a protective order against them on Monday for alleged stalking, harassment, and domestic abuse.
There you go. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying.
Relative recently filed a protective order against them on Monday for alleged stalking, harassment, and domestic abuse. Ryan was not named in the documents. We asked OSBI if there's any possibility Ryan could be with this relative.
So I can't go into specifics of during this investigation who we've actually made specific contact with, where we've gone, where we're going to search, but I can say that everything you're bringing up that we have followed up with. As this investigation continues, the number one priority for us is to find this child.
Ryan's family is hoping that will happen quickly.
It's not good. It's scary. I don't know where my son is.
Obviously a very difficult time for this family. If you have any information about where Ryan could be, call police.
Mm-hmm. 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 About had it. I've just about had it. Left our house. $45 a night. They actually get it for $99 a week at the Quality Inn. And a state trooper found him, and this one found him. None of that shit happened. But when they started shitting their pants is when OSBI joined in.
In your next top 5, OSBI is now investigating alongside Chickasha police to find a missing child. So come take a look at your screen here. Police say 12-year-old Ryan Davis, or RJ Davis, was last seen January 2nd near the Quality Inn near 4th Street and East Grand in Chickasha. He was wearing a red and black plaid shirt, dark jeans, and brown steel-toe boots. If you have any information, you need to call 911. Again, state agents with OSBI are now involved.
Seriously. Oklahoma, thank you. Lake Birchie is so far from that hotel. So you're telling me that he walked over to Lake Birchie and that a state trooper just happened to see him and report back to this worthless mother and say, well, we saw him but did nothing. Get real. She is nothing but a liar. And so is her husband. I'm telling you, these people are disgusting.
I want to get to this breaking news.
Oop, wrong one. He needs to be found somewhere safe, and he needs to go to a safe environment, way away from Kim and way away from George and way away from the Quality Inn.
Yeah, Evan, that's right. The OSBI officially joining the search for Ryan Davis Jr., and they tell us today this disappearance is now suspicious.
When it gets to a point where it's multiple days and we're still not sure where this boy had gone, it's suspicious.
Ryan Davis Jr. was last seen near 4th Street and Grand Avenue in Chickasha last Friday. The longer he's gone, the more law enforcement are stepping up their search for answers.
There's a lot of unsolved questions about.
Just me. She said, I understand it was vacation time, but no teacher saw the bruises. Who says he even goes to school? Who knows? They could be doing one of those epic charter things. They're not on vacation. They go from hotel to hotel to hotel. That's what they do. I mean, George and Kim Cole are real right pieces of shit. Okay? But I have a very bad feeling about what happened to him. And I think somebody is covering for somebody, because I know the protective order means that someone lied. Nobody said he was going to school, considering the way their gypsy asses move around and go from hotel to hotel. And you can't trust anything Kim says when she says that Oklahoma State troopers saw him by the lake. You don't even follow that line of reasoning. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. And as far as no one at the Quality Inn or the other Quality Inn or La Quinta in Shawnee, Oklahoma, why they don't see anything? Well, because you know what? When people just want to do their math and go to bed, they could care less. They don't care. They're not like us, if that makes sense. You see, if Susan was checking into a Quality Inn and she saw a little boy like RJ and says, oh my gosh, something's wrong. Was he in a car wreck or what? Or the hotel staff? No. These people, no. They run the hotel and all they do is they look at their phone and they check people in and they hand out room keys. Not their business. They don't care. It would have to be right in front of their face before they would do anything. Like I said, they're not like us. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm better than everyone, or, I'm not trying to be like up on my ivory tower looking down. I'm saying they're not like us. You see, none of us would look at a site like that and not say something.
Enforcement are stepping up their search for answers.
There's a lot of unsolved questions about, where he exactly, not only where he is, but why he is missing at this time.
The OSBI stepping in on Wednesday to help Chickasha Police Department investigate the suspicious disappearance.
When we're talking about a young boy who is missing and has been missing for multiple days, there's not too many resources that you can use.
The missing child's mother thankful for the community's support and pleading to see her son.
I want to thank everybody that has helped and anybody that wants.
I'll tell you what, they should take her and George to the Cargill and grind them up into damn dog food. But then that would be unfair to the dogs. Okay? There's tons of questions. Why, what? Why did someone not do this? What did they do? Hey, look, I can just tell you right now, when people live like this, they live among people that live the same way as them. Am I being judgmental? Go ahead and give me a round of applause, because I am. You think if Boston and her kids were on vacation and one of her kids went away, she'd be like, we're doing our own family spotlighting and we just really hope he comes home. No. We went to bed at 10:30 and at 1 a.m, such specific times. We went to bed at 10:30 in the same room at the Quality Inn, the same room. It's about half the size of my living room, okay? It's 2 full-size beds. You've got a closet you can fit 5 shirts in, and you've got a bathroom with a small tub that has a shower. Then at 1 a.m., my husband went to the bathroom and saw he wasn't there, and we immediately called 911. Bullshit. None of this happened. Something happened, but not what they're saying. This is ridiculous. Nothing pisses me off more in this country, more in America, than fucking white trash.
Thank everybody that has helped, and anybody that wants to continue to help is needed and wanted. And we just want our son back home. We want him back.
Law enforcement officials asking for the community's assistance in finding this boy.
We are still taking tips. We're taking calls. We're doing everything we can to advise the people here in town and on the outskirts that if you see this boy, know of where he might have been, to please contact us.
The OSBI did tell us today that they do believe that Ryan is still alive and they are still continuing their search for him. Live in Chickasha, Patrick Talbot, KOCO 5 News.
If he truly ran away, I hope he ran far, far away from them. Far away. And let me show you why. Damn. I get so sick of picking on my own gender and my own race. And as you all know, thanks to Pat K, I'm 150% white. But I'm telling you what, I get so sick of this shit. Fucking living in a goddamn motel. Oh, at 1 a.m, my husband got up to take a piss and just noticed he wasn't there. And we immediately called 911. So you really didn't like go like down to, you didn't walk around and say, hey, Ryan, buddy, what you doing? Were you down here like watching a movie? You hanging out with the other bums? Are you doing crack with the people in room 313? Come on, man. So it gets worse. Here we go.
News this morning, the parents of a missing 12-year-old Ryan R.J. Davis are now booked into the Caddo County Jail.
KOCO's Jordan Ryan is in Caddo County right now with the very latest. And Jordan, this news coming in overnight. What is the update?
Yeah, it was early this morning, late last night, that the parents were booked. The stepfather, George Cole, he was booked around 12 a.m. this morning. Meanwhile, the mother was booked around 10 p.m. last night. OSBI actually got involved in this case yesterday.
Oh, damn right they got involved. Damn right they got involved.
They announced they're calling this disappearance suspicious. Earlier this morning, I spoke with someone.
Crazy she don't have her cute little hat on and her lip ring anymore, right? And she's not fake crying. Oh, hell no.
From the agency, they tell me the parents' charges are child abuse complaints, and they are related to the missing boy. KOCO actually spoke to those parents yesterday. Here's what they told us when we talked to them. They were pleading for people to help locate their son.
I want to thank everybody that has helped, and anybody that wants to continue to help is needed and wanted. And we just want our son back home. We want him back.
Ryan Davis was reportedly last seen January 2nd near the Quality Inn at 4th Street and East Grand Avenue in Chickasha. He was wearing a red and black plaid shirt, dark jeans, and brown steel-toed boots. State agents say they do believe he is still alive. That's what they told me on the phone just a little bit ago. But that search is ongoing. OSBI is expected to hold a press conference around 11 this morning. KOCO 5 will be following that. We'll bring you the latest updates. I am about to walk into the courthouse. I'm going to try to speak with the Caddo County Sheriff, and if I have an update to pass along, I will share that with you.
This is the reason I can't stand the media. I can't stand them. Two Boston Mom says, I have a neck tattoo, but you didn't get it in the county jail with a needle and big ink. That's what I'm talking about. Get yourself tatted up all you want. Oklahoma, exactly. Why Caddo County? You're going to find out why. Because this is the reason I hate the media. If you go to OSCN, yes, they were arrested for child abuse, but they were also arrested for crimes against nature because both George and Kim have been fucking dogs. Do you see this? They have been abusing dogs. You understand that? They have been getting their groove on with dogs. Okay? YouTube's going to love this because I can't censor myself. They have been doing this. But KOCO won't report it. And Cato County is one of the worst jails you can go to in America. I'm talking, well, I've never been. I just believe everything I hear on the internet, okay? But if you look at OSCN, that's what the initial charge was about that they have been investigating, okay? Now you ask what crimes against nature is. In Oklahoma, this is what it means. Well, hell, in some counties, it's called a date to the prom. In Oklahoma, crime against nature, sodomy, under Title 21, Section 886 is a felony for sexual acts with mankind or beasts, punishable by up to 10 years in prison, with potential for life sentences on repeat offenses or victims under 16. It refers to committing sexual acts deemed unnatural with another person. So either they suspect they were doing things with the dogs or something unnatural with him. But the problem is they've already got him on child abuse, okay? But this is a very specific charge. I've only seen in the Jesse McFadden case with his brother. Remember in Henrietta, when Jesse McFadden killed everyone there, and it turned out that his brother over towards Muskogee was doing things with dogs, and he had like all those cases of peanut butter and shit. That's what I'm talking about here. Yeah, but they are in jail. Okay? They're in jail. And there's a reason they kept scooting around from quality in to quality in to quality in. Somebody turned them in for something. It is disgusting. All right, let's look at George's rap sheet. And this is just from Grady County. Okay, it's one thing after another. He's got a lot of marriage licenses. I don't care about the traffic. It's a criminal felony, criminal felony, criminal felony, criminal felony, criminal misdemeanor, criminal misdemeanor, criminal felony. One thing after another. He is a sick ticket. He is a sick ticket. And she, excuse me, she is too. All right, so OSBI spoke about it today. And here we go. And you're going to recognize Hunter McKee because he was on the show. I mean, not personally, but with the Panhandle case with the two women that came from Kansas, and they got found in the freezer that was buried outside of Guyman, Oklahoma. They came from Kansas. He's still our OSBI press guy. He's kind of like the Leslie of TBI.
FBI. I have the chief of police with the Chickasha Police Department, as well as the assistant chief too, as we've been working on this in a collaborative effort to locate this 12-year-old boy. What I can tell you is the latest we have is that we are still searching for him at this time. He has not been found. We are still receiving several tips. We are still following up on those tips, but the boy has not been found. We do believe that he is still alive at this time, and so we're doing everything we can to locate him. The other update we have, since we had last spoke yesterday, is that as this investigation continued, the OSBI made contact with the 12-year-old boy's parents, that is his biological mother and his stepfather. During the conversation with them, it was learned that there was apparent harm done to this child while he was living with these two parents. Based on everything that we were able to gather, based on search warrants that we conducted, and that's multi-jurisdictional agencies that were involved in those, we came to the conclusion that both parents were arrested on child abuse complaints, multiple child abuse complaints as we move.
Tell the truth. See, I get really tired. See, sometimes people want pure transparency. They want to know everything that's going on. But then they're like, I'll just take the vanilla ice cream version. April, do we know where Biodad is? I guarantee Kim doesn't know. I guarantee she doesn't. So no, I can't answer that.
Forward with this investigation. And so those two parents, as of late last night, were booked into the Caddo County Jail, where they will be at this time. Official charges, of course, will go through the District 6 District Attorney's Office as we move forward with that. What I can say from the OSBI standpoint is when the Chickasha Police Department requested us to look into this case, not only was it important for us to locate this child safely, but we also needed to look into the entire aspect of this case and find out why is this child missing from the very beginning for multiple days, what's going on and what's going on with his home life, you know, as well as we kind of dig deep. And
one child is missing. As far as I know, there's no other siblings. When I look at when they got married, and they got married in another county from like way away, I don't know how many children he has or she has, but I know that there was one child and the quality in with them.
Find out a little bit more into what has caused this. And based on those findings, it was important for us to talk to his parents, find out a little bit more about what was going on at home during that time. And as we looked into it, making sure that when this child is safe, that he stays safe and that he goes home to a safe environment moving forward was very important for us. And it was deemed that it was not a safe environment for him. So that's why these two parents are behind bars at this time. We are encouraging people. We understand there's been a lot of Facebook posts and comments about the boy has been seen here and there. We've followed up on all of those so far. What we can still say is that the last time that this 12-year-old boy was confirmed seen was that January 2nd date here in Chickasha.
See, I told you the bitch lied when she said that Oklahoma State troopers saw him by the lake and then he was seen somewhere else by law enforcement. He's like, no, we have followed up on all that. The last time he was seen was Why would a mother lie about when their child was seen? And this whole, we went to bed at 10:30 at the Quality Inn, and then stepdad got up to pee at 1 in the morning, exact times, 10:30 and 1. Okay, 10:30 and 1. And then they called 911 immediately. You've got to be kidding me. Sarah, is this a small town, Brooks? Yes. Yes, it is.
We are still encouraging people, please reach out to us, contact us. If you see where this boy might have been, where he's going, other people that might have been in contact with him up until he went missing, please reach out to us. We will follow up on all those tips. We've had search parties with all these jurisdictional agencies yesterday, all through tonight, today, as we move forward with this process. And so, again, these arrests are just one step, but the ultimate goal will not change. We need to locate this child safely and bring him home as quickly as we possibly can. I'll field some more questions, but I'm going to have Chief say a few words too.
I just wanted to say real quick, everybody, we appreciate so much the efforts. As Hunter said, this has been a multi-jurisdictional effort. So between Chickasha Police, OSBI, Grady County, I believe Caddo County, OHP, and others, this has been quite an effort. Culminated last night with the 2 arrests that Hunter made mention of. The important thing is already this morning we're following up on at least 2 other tips as we speak. Here's what I need from everybody listening. This child will not be going back to that home. All we want to do is lay eyes on this child, get him the medical care that he needs, and assure him.
Way to go. This child will not be going back to this home. Forget it, forget it, forget it, forget it. You don't get any counseling. You don't get to do the Dawn and Candace Wells bullshit where you take a few classes and get your child back. This child will not go back there. And that is one thing I will say about Oklahoma. I mean, just like with Athena Brownfield, they even said nobody in the family can take the older sister. No, 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 no. We're not, you can't cancel the devil out of someone. Okay? Won't happen. That doesn't happen. You can't do it. The whole thing is, if they don't know, they don't know. And I love our new state bill right now saying it goes law enforcement first and then social work second. Okay? Which was already on the books, but they get really lazy. But this child will not be going back there. No, no, no.
Efforts. As Hunter said, this has been a multi-jurisdictional effort. So between Chickasha Police, OSBI, Grady County, I believe Caddo County, OHP, and others, this has been quite an effort. Culminated last night with the 2 arrests that Hunter made mention of. The important thing is already this morning we're following up on at least 2 other tips as we speak. Here's what I need from everybody listening. This child will not be going back to that home. All we want to do is lay eyes on this child, get him the medical care that he needs, and assure him physically and emotionally he will not be returning back to that environment. So if anybody out there listening, through media, through social media, through any source, can bring him here, I will personally meet with this child. We want to get him safe, and we want to get him medically cleared so that he is good. Thank you.
Questions?
Based on what you've learned, can
Yeah.
you talk about the environment he's living in, specifically the harm done?
Specifically the harm done, we cannot go into that yet. It is still an ongoing investigation. Now, when this child is found, there will be the updates of what our findings are. So we will eventually go into that and when these charges are officially filed. But as of right now, specifics on that, we just can't go into that right now. We believe that the parents caused, like I said, harm. Now, this last time that the boy went missing, was it specifically because of the harm done to him by these parents? We're just not sure about that yet.
Because they don't tell the truth. I know, if I know, OSBI can figure it out real quick. But again, I believe everything I read on the internet. Cheryl said, I wish it was law enforcement first here in Canada and not CPS. I agree. Social workers have their place. They do. They totally do. They totally do. But we've seen too many children fall through, as they say, and this is like a legal maneuver of theirs, fall through the cracks. Fuck your cracks. Fuck your cracks. Get real. Get real. If you can't depend on the parents and no one is going to alert the authorities, and in these math head motels, no one is going to say a word about anything because they don't want to be called out on their misdeeds. Truth be known, a lot of these people have their own things to hide. And I'm just glad that the OSBI is right in this, saying we're going to find him. We're going to get him the medical help he needs, and he will not be going back there. Forget it. Because right now what they've got going on is, I'm talking all boots on the ground. They've involved the FBI to make sure that the I-44 corridor, that he's not in Arkansas, on the way to Tennessee, anything like that.
That's why, that we're going to still dig into, what was going on at home during that time. So that's something that we will certainly still continue to look into as this moves forward. But it was very clear that it was not a safe environment for this child at home. We have been in contact with DHS. We can get that for you to double check on that. I would like to talk to them about that, though.
You went off the property yesterday to interact with them. Can you kind of tell us?
Was DHS alerted? This is the OSBI. We don't know, but we need to speak about that with them again to make sure nobody, in air quotes, I'm going to turn on my camera, in air quotes, slipped through the cracks. We're going to make sure that there was no report and he didn't slip through the cracks, because, well, they're pissed, my friends. They're pissed.
You searched the property. Is there anything that you guys found while you were out there, or was that just specifically just to apprehend them?
The property was searched, and like I said, we had followed up on multiple properties within the Grady County and Caddo County areas. We believe that the parents caused, like I said, harm. Now, this last time that the boy went missing, was it specifically because of the harm done to him by these parents? We're just not sure about that yet. That's why, that we're going to still dig into, what was going on at home during that time. So that's something that we will certainly still continue to look into as this moves forward. But it was very clear that it was not a safe environment for this child. We have been in contact with DHS. We can get that for you to double check on that. I would like to talk to them about that, though.
You went out to the property yesterday to interact with them. Can you kind of
I love it. We would like to talk to them about that as well. We would like to talk to them about that as well. That's amazing. Thank you.
did you search the property? Is there anything that you guys found while you were out there, or was that just specifically just to apprehend them?
The property was searched, and like I said, we had followed up on multiple properties within the Grady County and Caddo County areas. But again, specifics that were found during our search warrant just can't unveil that yet.
Can you describe the conditions of the home?
Probably not yet.
Can you speak to why the parents were charged with kind of the nature of the counseling stuff?
Sure. It was child abuse and then child sexual abuse that was complaints to both parents. The conspiracy, of course, is because they were, together when these crimes did occur towards this child. And so that's what we have so far. Now, of course, when this reaches the DA, we'll see what charges are officially filed. But based on our conversation with the parents, that's what the OSBI, that's what our complaints for the arrests were made.
So what's on Caddo County's further booking, that is correct, then the crimes against nature and the conspiracy?
Correct.
Along with child abuse by?
Correct. Yeah.
And you say sexual abuse, do you have evidence that, or have they told you?
Again, not going into specifics, but based on what we were able to find in the conversations with those parents, yes, that's why those complaints were placed there, and that's why that's part of their arrest.
Was there any incident on that? Did they tell you what the incident was on Friday? There's been a few stories that have circulated around as far as what happened that Friday before he disappeared, but do you have any idea? We were able to unveil part of the story of what might have occurred before that boy went missing, but obviously it's going to be very important when we find and locate this child to find out a little bit more of what had occurred, up until that January 2nd date.
How long it might have been going on?
No, we're still looking into that, and an exact timeline of how long exactly, not sure. But we know that from the timeline that we do have and what was found, it was harm that was caused to this child.
It's possible it could have happened the first time they ran away.
Yeah, it is possible. We just haven't found that concrete that it had happened in those other times that he went missing.
Are there any other children in the home?
Chief, there was no, there was not.
You guys are obviously still continuing the search for this boy. What gives you, not necessarily confidence, but what makes you guys think that he's still around this area? Is there searches going on in other counties or other parts of the state as you look for this boy?
Based on everything we've been able to find so far, we're talking about a 12-year-old boy who we believe was on foot, and so. When you're talking about the last time that he was seen was in Chickasha here in town, of course, where the parents' residence was in Caddo County down by Cement. And so, you're talking about a rural area in between Caddo County and then here in Chickasha.
Okay, maybe I need to describe the geography. Do I have any Okies in here? I know I got my Newcastle girl in here. I got a girl in here that just moved from Chickasha. You're talking about long distances, okay? You see, we're not like town to town here. You know what I mean? So if I got on, let's say, 75 South right now, it would take me a good 20 minutes to make it to Okmulgee. And from there, another, I'm just going to go say 20 minutes to make it to Beggs. All right. We're not town to town to town to town. Tana's here. Woo. Wait's here. Let me put the link up real quick. So our geography is totally different. One of the first times I talked to my husband before he was my husband, he was like driving through one town after another in New York. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? Because I'm thinking, like, when I drive to work, it's a long stretch away before I find like a town. It really is. It's Oklahoma. We're Oklahoma. We have Oklahoma City. We have Tulsa, Muskogee, which I call Getskogee. And then, I mean, you have like some pop-up communities like Chickasha. Everything else is very, very scattered and vast. So he could be anywhere. And I believe they will find him. And I love that he said, he's not going back to that home. Klopp said, I'd say it's about 25 to 30 minutes to cement. Okay. I got you. Yep. I got you. Yeah, you're right. That's a lot of walking. And it's been cold overnight. So he had to have found someone to give him shelter. And that's what I worry about more. Because there's some weird ass critters out there.
As you look for this boy? Based on what everything we've been able to find so far, we're talking about a 12-year-old boy who we believe was on foot. And so when you're talking about the last time that he was seen was in Chickasha here in town, of course, where the parents' residence was in Caddo County down by Cement. And so, you know, you're talking about a rural area in between Caddo County and then here in Chickasha, but everything that we've been able to see so far, we do believe that he is somewhere in that area of these two counties.
The last sighting was at the, assuming you're talking about the quality interview, somewhere.
Yes, right.
Do you have evidence, like you have them on video, is that now how we know to confirm that was his last sighting? Because I know there's been a lot of people saying that they've seen him in other places and you guys have said you search for them. But are those not true sightings, or can you elaborate on that?
You're talking about the last time that we had confirmed that he was seen. Yes, those are confirmed sightings that he was seen. You know, I can't go into the specifics of what we had seen, but we were able to use the resources there in town of those nearby buildings to confirm that he was there at that time. And again, like we said, that was right down the street here. And so, you know, Chickasha residents of Caddo, Grady County have done a great job of reaching out to us. We need them to continue to do that.
What's your next step moving forward from here?
Next step is these, you know, these large searches will continue. I mean, I've told you, it's not just us and Chickasha Police Department, Grady County Sheriff's Office, Caddo County Sheriff's Office, District 6 Task Force. Everybody's still working around the clock. There's been, you know, shift changes, obviously, but these comments that we get, whether it's social media, whether it's through our tip line, straight calls, we are following up on these. And so it's just a continuous, maybe seeing where he might have been, where he is going. But we will not stop until this child's found.
Are you using drones?
Yes, we're using everything necessary. Drones, you know, dogs, everything that we get a tip on, we're using all those, you know, the technology and resources to see where exactly this child might have been.
Are there volunteers that come forward?
Yes, I can say that I actually got a call this morning. And so there are people that have helped, that are wanting to continue to help. And you guys know, not just here in the Grady County area, but throughout the entire state, we always have people step up and help with that. And we really appreciate it. Just in those two county areas. So in between where that residence was down in Cement up until Chickasha is where it's concentrated. Of course, if we get a tip, anything outside of these two counties, of course, we're going to look and we're going to use our resources, but that's where it's concentrated so far.
Do you think he's staying outside, or do you think he's got some shelter somewhere?
We're just not sure. I mean, you would hope he's got shelter, but I mean, you know, guys, we've talked about this. I mean, this is multiple days now of a 12-year-old boy. I mean, it's to a point where he needs to be found as quickly as possible. because, you know, not knowing where he is, not knowing where he's staying, it's extremely scary. No.
Oh my God, these people, they always bring up the Amber Alert when there's a specific criteria for it. In Oklahoma, they have to have a car tag number and know who the child is with. Okay? Then, if they don't have anything else to talk about, they talk about polygraph tests. Get out of here. Get out of here.
From what we've been able to gather, that will not. So we'll be able to continue to use what resources we have to push that out. Yeah, we've used all that, but in terms of actual, like you call it, hits to see, no, we have not gotten that yet. But we're still using all of that.
What's the reaction to just what you've learned about what's happening at this point in his home?
This is extremely sad. This is a horrific case so far for everybody involved. I mean, again, you're talking about a 12-year-old boy, where it was seen that he was, you know, living in a household where he didn't get to live a life of a normal 12-year-old boy. And so what we've discovered that he had to go through during this time, it's extremely sad. And now he's, you know, no one knows where he is. He's, you know, out on the streets, possibly. It's extremely sad, but again, we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that he is found safe. Yep. Anything else?
All right, so they're done there. I have my own theory since he has ran away before, but he normally is found real quick. This time he wasn't. I think between the bestiality and all of the other charges, which are not posted yet, they are not posted. They probably will be up until tomorrow. I have a feeling he might be in a hay barn because this is the season in Oklahoma when people are storing hay for the next season. Just a theory, I don't know.
Access simple and efficient. The pastures are cross-fenced for rotational grazing and feature quality swinging gates or cattle guards at each intersection. In addition to its ranching appeal, this property features valuable landscape rock quarries offering a unique income stream and boosting long-term investment potential. This part of Oklahoma is well known for its trophy whitetail, and with so much water and cover, this ranch is set up perfectly for ranching and hunting.
I agree, Kimberly, man, because if some peds out there and they're like, oh, he's already been abused before, then here we go. Those things should be private. And there's a lot of wildlife in Grady County, Cato County. There's a lot. But again, in November and December, people put their hay up, getting ready for the spring. He could be in a hay barn.
Hunting to coexist. You'll also see large flocks of ducks and geese, as well as bobwhite quail, turkey, and plenty of small game. It's a serious hunting property with a history of success and year-over-year trophy potential. A one-of-a-kind property where you can build your legacy and stand on your investment.
I'm Lane Jackson, United Country Midwest Lifestyle Properties. Look at ranches all across the United States as part of being in the livestock industry and also in the real estate business. And you're not going to find a more turnkey, beautiful location than this property. It sets itself apart The region known as green country because the ample rainfall makes it an ideal ranching and hunting and wildlife property. This is one that you don't want to miss because these properties don't come along very often. A ranch like this, there are very few of them left in this country that are this beautiful. Please give me a ring. We'll show this ranch to you and you'll fall in love with it just like I did.
Yeah, I'm not buying your shit. Hold on. Klopp said there's also a large railway. And here's the whole thing. Santa Fe that comes through there, the railway, they were told years ago to make sure Boxcar Willie keeps those doors shut when they're empty. Okay? Keep them empty. And when they start off, they go slow. And there's a major railway that goes through there. He could have jumped on there. He wanted to get the hell away. And I mean it. He wanted to get the hell away from them. Okay? And I am absolutely sick about this. Okay? And I mean, it's disgusting what these people are doing. And nothing pisses me off more than when these people honestly pull this shit. Klopp said that is Union City, 2 or 3 towns away. Yeah. And it's gorgeous, don't get me wrong. I love my state. And if he's in a hay barn, hopefully he's okay. But right now, he's not. He's not. He has to have food. He has to have water. And I think we heard from the OSBI, he's never going back to them. And it makes me absolutely disgusted. I mean, it reminds me of this case from a couple of months ago in Oklahoma City. And in some regards, I think it could be related.
Extremely disturbing. So if you have little ones in the room, you may want to usher them away or turn down the TV for a few minutes.
Absolutely. An Oklahoma man has been arrested on multiple charges of sending child porn involving infants and toddlers through Snapchat. News 4's Sydney Batzloff joins us now with the details. In Sydney, the allegations are just shocking.
They are. Kevin and Jolene, reading through these court documents on the case has truly been disturbing. Many of the details simply can't be shared on TV. The Lincoln County District Attorney told us this is some of the worst child pornography he has ever seen.
27-year-old Jared Deathridge now behind bars, potentially facing life in.
He's friends with the stepdad on the Facebook. Okay? He's friends with the stepdad on the Facebook. And they're both $99 a week motel dwellers. You know, the ones where the door faces the front and there's an ice machine that doesn't work.
In prison. He's accused of possessing and distributing child porn and sex crime acts against animals. This was all brought to the attention of the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, so you got 2 friends on Facebook that are doing the exact same thing, and they're abusing animals. Okay? I say Fargo, feet first. If you know, you know.
distributing child porn and sex crime acts against animals. This was all brought to the attention of the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office by detectives in North Carolina, who said Deathridge was distributing the material through Snapchat to a suspect in their state. Lincoln County deputies, along with OSBI agents and investigators with the district attorney's office, responded immediately, obtaining search warrants for Deathridge's home in Hera. They found numerous images and videos depicting children as young as infants being sexually abused and penetrated by adult males and females. Images and videos of bestiality were also found. Deathridge was arrested in Hot Springs, Arkansas before being extradited back to Oklahoma. Charges were filed and Deathridge made his initial appearance in Lincoln County District Court late last week.
Deathridge will be back in court December 4th. The district attorney says his office plans to prosecute these offenses to the fullest extent of the law.
Oh, yeah, it will be. It will be. It will be. It will be. It damn sure will be. Yeah, talk about trigger warning. Yeah, it will be. Nasty bastards. Nasty bastards. Nasty bastards. And Buster, what do you mean? Law enforcement was at their property yesterday before they were arrested. At the Quality Inn? Of course they were. They've been interviewing for 6 days. Yeah, of course they were. OSBI got involved and they put them in rooms without windows and they sat right there. Next thing you know, they were arrested. Next thing you know, all of this is going on. Hell in a handbasket. Hell in a handbasket. And they walk amongst us. I don't care if you're buying a Twinkie at the Get and Go, they walk amongst us. This is ridiculous behavior with these people. Oh, Marie said Hot Springs, Arkansas. Wasn't that the Weld's old stopping ground? Boy, don't get me going on that one. If I need that connection, I'll tell you what, gonna lose my mind. But this dude and the stepdad, they're friends on the damn Facebook. Love that shit. For real. And as far as I know, there's no other children involved. And that's the only silver lining we have here. Woo! Woo! Jeannie said Wells is in the Springdale area. It's basically the same. They're very close to each other. Well, thank you for being here and listening to this, even though it's gross and disgusting and everything like that. I want this little boy to be found. I want this little boy to be found, and I want him in a nice, happy home. Okay? It won't work that well because he has a lot of trauma and a lot of things that have happened to him and a lot of things he's seen that a child cannot comprehend. And I can say this for myself, my old crusty 50-year-old ass, these are things I can't comprehend. So imagine a 12-year-old trying to wrap their head around it. Ridiculous. Just guard the babies. That's it. The worst thing they can do is get mad and kick the wall and eat a snack and go to sleep. Do not expose them to the ways of this disgusting world. You guys are the best. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Look at that. Cinnamon Hot, YouTube member. Rexy. Rexy can't get rid of me. Mirror Camp, super sticker. Angel Peace, super sticker. Man, I tell you what, you guys are the best. I tell you what, you just make me blush every day. You all are the best. Thank you for listening to this because I knew it was going to be a tough one. Hence why I waited till the afternoon to do it because me, myself, and OJ had to put our minds around it. So enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you tomorrow morning. But you know I'm going to bug you in Discord. So me love you long time. But not like in a Cato County Dogway.